Hello children, this is Naresh Mathur, and today in this video we are going to discuss exercise 6.2 of this chapter. Here we are given a question in which AB is parallel to CD is given and we need to find the value of X and Y. So it's quite simple. We can write Y equals to 130 because of vertically opposite angles are always equal, and X and Y we need to find the value of X. Now we can write 50 plus X equals to 180 degree because of linear pair, so value of X would be 130 degree. Or we can do one more thing, as we have the value of Y equals to 130 degree, we can write X equals to 130 degree directly because of alternate interior angles. Alright, so we can find the value of X and Y by any of the method. Alright, in the second question it is given that AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, and Y is to Z is given as 3:7. We need to find X. Now see, first thing which we need to consider that if AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, then AB will also be parallel to EF. Alright, now let's say this angle be angle 1. Alright, and angle 1 equals to angle Y because of vertically opposite angles, so angle 1 equals to Y, so we can write it as angle Y in the place of angle 1. Now we can write Y plus Z, angle Y plus Z equals to 180 degree because of co-interior angle. The sum of co-interior angles is equals to 180 degree. Now we are given Y and Z in the ratio of 3:7, so we can write as Y by Z equals to 3/7. From here we can get the value of Z, so it would be 3Z by 7, and we can put this value of Y in this equation so that we can get the value of Z. So we get Z equals to 126 and Y equals to 54. Alright, or simply we can do in our traditional method, as it is given 3 and 7, we can just write it 3x plus 7x equals to 180, so that we can get the value of X first, and then X would be 18, so the value of 3x would be 3 into 18, 54. So the answer will be same for the angle Y and same for angle X. Alright, now in the third one, in this question we are given angle GED equals to 126 degree. Okay, and EF is perpendicular on CD, so this angle is 90 degree. First we need to find angle AGE, so the angle AGE would be 126. Reason, because of alternate interior angle. Now we need to find GEF. Now see, this whole angle is equals to 126 and this angle equals to 90, so what is left? 36 degrees. So the angle GEF would be 36 degree. Now we have angle AGE, we have angle GEF. Now we need to find the angle FGE. AB is a straight line, angle AG is 126, then this angle would be 180 minus 126, that is 54 degree. Easy. In the next one, it's a good one. We are given a figure in which PQ is parallel to ST and angle PQR is given as 110 degree. RST is given as 130 degree. We need to find angle QRS. So what we are going to do, we have to do construction in this question. So we are drawing XY which is parallel to PQ and passing through R. So XRY is parallel to PQ, as well as ST also, because if PQ is parallel to XY, then XY will also parallel to ST also. Alright, now see here, we can get this value by many methods. Let's say let's consider first, if this angle is 130 degree, then it would be 50 degree. Reason, co-interior angles. Alright, sum of co-interior angle is always 180, So here we have the angle SRY is 50 degree. So now this angle is 110, then we can say this whole angle will also be 110 by alternate interior angle. Already we have 50 degree, so the what is left, that is 60 degree. Alright, or we can do one more thing, or we can do this question in another way. Let's say this angle is 50, this is 110, this angle will also 70 degree, because co-interior angle, sum of co-interior angle is 180. Now x or y is straight line, 70 plus 50 is 120, then this angle will be 60 to make it complete 180 degree. Easy. So it's your choice, whichever method you would like to follow, you can follow. Okay. In the next question, we are given AB is parallel to CD and angle APQ equals to 50 degree, PRD equals to 127 degree. We need to find the x and y. So the first of all, angle x would be 50 degree, just because as AB is parallel to CD given, then these angles are alternate interior angles. So angle x equals to 50 degree. Now see, this whole angle 50 plus y will equals to 127. So from here we can get the value of y, which is equals to 77. Alright, or we can do one more thing. As we have the value of x equals to 50, we can write x plus y equals to 127 also. We can do this also, and the reason behind this x plus y equals to 127, that is exterior angle property. Alright, the sum of the exterior angle is always equals to sum of its two interior angles. So we have x as 50, so we can get the value of y, which will be 77. Alright, now the last question, another good one. In the figure, PQ and RS are two mirrors which are parallel. An incident ray AB is striking mirror PQ at B and reflect back along with the path BC and strike RS at point C, and again it reflects back along CD. Then we need to prove that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, now here we need to take one consideration, that the angle of incidence equals to angle of reflection. That is the concept of physics. The angle of incident is always equal to angle of reflection. Now what we are going to do, we have to construct two perpendiculars from point B and point C. Let's say BE is a perpendicular on PQ and CF is perpendicular on AB. Alright, now these two BE and CF are the perpendiculars, then we can say both perpendiculars will be parallel to each other. Alright, now let's say this whole angle be 2x, or we can write the angle x or angle s. Why we are writing these two angles same? Because the angle of incident is always equals to angle of reflection. This is angle of incident and this one is angle of reflection. Alright, so in the next concept, similarly here we are writing angle y and angle y with the same concept, angle of incidence equals to angle of reflection. Now we need to prove that this angle AB is parallel to CD. For this, if B is parallel to CF, we can say BE is parallel to CF, then this angle will equals to this angle. Reason? Alternate interior angle. So angle x equals to angle y by the alternate interior angle. Now we can multiply it by 2. So the angle 2x will equals to 2y. Now the whole angle, let's say 2x, is angle ABC is equals to angle BCD. If both angles are equal, because both angles are alternate interior angle and they are equal, then we can say lines will be parallel to each other. It means AB is parallel to CD, hence proof. Okay guys, these were the questions of exercise 6.2. I hope you got the concept of this exercise. Now please practice these sums, alright, and If you have any doubt, then please let me know. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.